Hi guys, it's Chris at Cork and Crown back in my shed, but not really with another cider to try. Not really to try anything in particular, but just to say something about a comment I got. And it wasn't a bad comment, it wasn't a bad comment at all. It was from Welsh Toro. Thank you for commenting. And I responded about the Galipet. And actually what it made me think about things more generally than just specifically the Galipet and the tastings that I do. So the point was made that actually Galipet's a nice cider. It's happily, it's delicious, there's nothing wrong with it. You know what? I absolutely agree. And if I go to the supermarket and I see it, I will definitely drink it. No question. It's one of the best things you'll get in a supermarket. Hands down. However, I try things because I sell them. And so I have to judge them by a higher criteria because I'm pitching them against, small production, tiny production, craft cider makers and perry makers who really wouldn't go through all the bother to do what they do if what they were making was no better than what somebody could do in a factory. So it's ridiculous to assume that something that's made on a much larger scale, like Galipet, like Thatcher's, is going to be of the same level of quality. It simply can't be. And if it was, no one would bother doing it small scale. It just wouldn't happen. Let me give you an example of something else, actually. I've worked in cheese for 26 years. I've judged at lots and lots and lots of competitions, okay? I've graded lots of block cheddars badly because they've been set up against cloth-bound cheddars from very small producers which are making something which are on a different level. But they are on a different level for the very same reason. It's economies of scale. It's what you can get for your money. That's what it's about. When I grew up in Teesside in the 70s and stuff, I ate, block cheddar, cheese singles and primula out of a tube. That's the cheese I grew up on, so it's not like I grew up eating fancy cheese. And actually, if I see a piece of block cheddar in the fridge, I'll still eat it. But when you're grading stuff, that's not what it's about, okay? So when I'm doing ciders, if I'm doing a West Country cider, this is the sort of thing I'm comparing it to. Wils's, wild yeast, their own apples that they're pressing themselves and leaving it ferment through the winter, slow maturation. That's the sort of thing we're talking about. We talk about West Country cider. We talk about French cider. We're talking about, this is the stuff I'm drinking at the moment. This is what I had in my fridge. I mean, lucky me. I know, pinch me. How lucky am I, yeah? But this is the sort of thing that Galipet's up against, and it's a different beast. So I'm going to be harder on those ciders, simply because, this is the sort of thing that I'm measuring it against, okay? It's a different beast entirely. So if I do seem harsh when I'm judging those things, that's why. But in future, I'll try and maybe qualify it in those terms. Like, this is good for the scale of production. And Galipet, I think, is good for the scale of production, to be perfectly honest with you. And I do drink it. So there you go. There you go. So that's all there was to say today. Nothing to try particularly. I've already tried this for you. I'm not going to do it again. I'm just going to drink this and enjoy it for once. But yeah, I'll be back very soon. Got my box of samples coming from Herefordshire hopefully at some point. And when they get here, I'll start tasting them. But until then, thank you for joining me. And cheers.